I never thought a friendship that lasted over a decade could collapse in a single conversation, but that's exactly what happened when I turned 30. For years, I had been close with my best friend, someone I trusted more than anyone else, the person who had been there through breakups, family drama, and career struggles. I always believed our bond was unshakable, that we could tell each other anything without fear of judgment. But everything changed the night she confronted me at my apartment, eyes blazing with anger, accusing me of fabricating her personal struggles for attention. I froze, unable to comprehend how the person I had considered my sister could suddenly see me as the villain. She claimed I had exaggerated her mental health issues, twisted her family conflicts, and even painted a false image of her professional life to make her seem more fragile than she really was. I tried to reason with her, but every word I said seemed to fuel her fury. The conversation escalated quickly, going from hurt feelings to outright accusations that I was manipulative and cruel. That night, I left my apartment feeling like the ground beneath me had vanished, like every memory we shared had been rewritten in her version of reality. The fallout was immediate. By morning, the messages started coming, my phone buzzing with missed calls, unread texts, and notifications I dreaded opening. My family, who had always trusted her more than me in certain situations, called to ask what had happened, their voices laced with suspicion. My own parents, who had once defended me fiercely, began questioning my intentions, asking if perhaps I had misrepresented things or overstepped boundaries. Even my close friends started pulling away, some blocking me outright on social media, others sending curt messages about how they didn't want to get involved in drama. Every interaction felt like a trial where I was the defendant, and no one was on my side. I couldn't eat, couldn't focus, and every time my phone vibrated, I feared it was another accusation, another person I considered a friend turning against me. The more I tried to explain, the more it seemed to confirm their doubts in their minds. The sense of isolation was crushing, and for the first time in years, I felt completely alone, even in a room full of people who were supposed to care about me. As days turned into weeks, the stories she told about me spread like wildfire. I overheard whispers at work, strangers giving me sidelong glances, and even mutual friends asking loaded questions as if they already knew the answer. I started to replay every conversation I had ever had with her, second-guessing myself, wondering if somehow I had unknowingly hurt her or crossed a line I didn't realize existed. But deep down, I knew I hadn't lied about her life. I had only shared moments, struggles, and stories that I thought reflected our experiences together. It was a nightmare trying to prove my truth when everyone else had already bought into her version. The betrayal stung more than anything, not just losing my best friend, but losing the trust of people I had believed would stand by me no matter what. Sleep became impossible, and the nights were filled with the kind of anxious thoughts that make your chest tight and your hands tremble. I realized that sometimes, the people we love the most are capable of becoming the very ones who destroy us. Eventually, I had to take a step back to preserve what little peace I could. I unfollowed social media, stopped responding to endless accusations, and focused on my own mental health. Some days were unbearable, but slowly, I began to rebuild my life from the fragments left behind. I found solace in journaling, therapy, and reconnecting with the few friends who had stayed, even quietly, in my corner. The friendship I had thought unbreakable was gone, replaced by a haunting reminder that trust is fragile, and sometimes, people rewrite the narrative of your life to suit their own needs. I've learned to be careful with whom I share my deepest truths, but more importantly, I've realized that the weight of someone else's accusations does not define my reality. Even if my family, my friends, and my once best friend turned their backs on me, I am still standing, still me, and slowly, I am reclaiming the life that was almost stolen by someone I loved and trusted.